Welcome to the Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. While we knew it was going to be cold looking at last week's forecast, we didn't expect it to be record-breaking cold. The cold front that arrived in the Panhandle on Monday moved through the state on Tuesday with some very cold air for this time of year. The highs on Tuesday struggled to get out of the 50s in the main part of the state and out of the 40s in the Panhandle. When looking at the records for that day's least maximum temperatures, we tied records in the Panhandle and broke them by several degrees in the Northeast. On Wednesday morning, almost the entire state dropped below freezing. Only the far southwest and a few scattered stations like Elk City, Tulsa, and Skiatook stayed above 32. This was forecasted for all but McCurtain County, where temperatures were about 5 degrees lower than expected. This is not the latest calendar day freeze for most areas, but it was late enough to likely do significant damage to tender plants. Looking at the records for the 21st, we see this weather event likely set the new minimum temperatures values for more than half the counties, especially in the southeast quadrant. We appear to be on a warming trend now through next week according to the red probabilities on this forecast map. Gary's up now with some additional rainfall data.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, I know this cold weather doesn't really help things very much, but one thing it does do is it keeps the heat stress down so it doesn't aid in any building of drought or spreading of drought. So, it's a glass half full, glass half empty. To me, the cold weather is about 3/4 empty glass, but we take what we can get. Let's get straight to the new drought monitor map and see what we have. Well, just a few changes from last week. We did see a little bit of that lessening of the severe drought down in south central Oklahoma. We did get a little bit more rainfall there over the last couple of weeks. Lots of abnormally dry conditions around, just waiting to be turned into drought if we don't get decent rainfall over the next few weeks. Well, let's take a look at those rainfall stats from the Oklahoma Mesonet. We'll start with the 30-day rainfall map, and we can see lots of good rainfall down across far southeast Oklahoma, a little bit up into central Oklahoma from south central Oklahoma. That's where we saw the lessening of the drought. But then we see lots of areas with less than 2 inches of rainfall all across the western up into north central parts of the state. A few places out in the Panhandle have gotten above an inch, but for the most part less than an inch. So that's your basic rainfall pattern. When we go for the departure from normal rainfall map for the same 30-day period, we see lots of deficits. Nothing huge, but enough to where it doesn't really relieve the drought too much, but it doesn't really activate it to let it spread too much either. So we have had a little bit of a break when it comes to drought with the temperatures, but that's probably not going to last long, and we definitely need rainfall to curtail some of this drought development. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.